Well, that update coming in just minutes ago, the death toll now standing at 17.
The family's attorney says that family took in this suspect, Nicholas Cruz, about 3 months ago when he had nowhere else to go.
And we have a few gauges to kind of see when it picks up. So not only are we looking out at the palm trees, and you can see how much those are blowing in the wind there.
But most of their belongings are gone and the home is a total loss. This is some of the damage that they are dealing with this morning here on the side of the home. There's a group of Stoneman Douglas students who are right now looking to rally support on Twitter. Driving down Los Olas Boulevard, you would have no idea that something of the magnitude that we are talking about this morning has just happened, and that is Roger Stone's arrest. Now, just in the past few minutes, people in passing pulling up to us asking what was going on. I overheard one woman asking officers out here with Fort Lauderdale police what happened, and he told her that the FBI had directed them to close this street off here. And we want to show you a live look this morning from above. This is what we cannot show you from the ground here along Loxahatchee Road. So from 7 Skyforce, you see those investigators there parked along the street in this community as they look around this house and try to get more information about Nicholas Cruz. This is the home he had been living in, again, from that family attorney for the past 3 months or so with this family. Now, we do know the family did contact this attorney, partly at least because their own son had been taken in for questioning as part of the investigation, although BSO sheriff's deputies were able to clear their son and determine that he did have no role in the shooting. That's the latest live near Parkland this morning. Katrina Bush, Today in Florida. Loved ones say Richard Dixon is one of the victims who did not survive his injuries. One of 4 people shot in Liberty City Sunday afternoon.
A family's kid. We never had any problems out of Ricky.
Police say 2 people were killed and another 2 are fighting for their lives.
They had been sitting down on the alleyway off of 13th Avenue and 63rd Street when they were approached by suspects.
Police say they believe there are multiple shooters who fired at least 25 shots around 2 p.m. Those suspects then took off. One of the victims pronounced dead at the scene. The other 3 rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital, where another died a short time later.
It broke me down to have kids who I knew personally and spoke with and dealt with dead on the pavement in the streets of Miami.
This latest deadly shooting comes just a week after a 4-year-old girl named Nyla was shot and killed during a family argument just 2 blocks away. Miami-Dade Superintendent Alberto Carvalho says Dixon and another shooting victim were students at Northwestern High School.
But bad things are happening to these kids outside of school, and we need to do better as adults.
We need some answers, man. We ain't gonna just walk away and think it was gonna be okay.
Now the community and police are looking for those answers.
We don't know if this was a vindictive act. We don't know if it's gang related. These are all of the things that we're trying to figure out at this time.
So police could use your help if you know something that can help them with this search this morning. If you have any information, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. And remember, you can remain anonymous. Reporting live in Miami, Katrina Bush, Today in Florida. It's time for art class at West Glades Middle School. Aprons are on and supplies are out.
I like blue, and purple and blue go together.
Thursday morning, the advanced art 8th graders are having class outside. The assignment, paint a mural with some help.
Sorry I'm late, I'm on Hawaii time.
Renowned marine life artist Wylan on hand, donating his time and talent to the school. The mural will be part of the school's memorial garden in honor of the 17 lives taken in the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
I think the whole world saw, this tragedy and really felt it deeply, so it affected me.
I feel like what happened was really heartbreaking, and we're all trying to heal from that, and a lot of the teachers were really close to the students that were at Douglas, because most of them just left. They were here, in middle school.
That includes Gina Montalto, one of the 17 victims. Her little brother is a student at West Glades. Her parents here to watch the process.
Our daughter Gina was I'm going to go out on the limb and say a very talented artist. And she loved her art classes with Mrs. Golding. And she would have loved using art this way to help heal our community.
That is the goal for Weiland, who accepted the invitation to be here after art teacher Deborah Golding reached out to his foundation.
It's the most meaningful thing, and to paint it with, at a place that, has had this tragedy, I think just amplifies, how important art is to communities, to schools, art that really celebrates life.
Something not lost on these students who recognize what a unique experience this is. How does that make you feel?
Special in a way to be a part of it.
The power of art on full display in the school's courtyard. The master taking the lead.
Getting there.
And the students stepping right up. 17 sea turtles set to cover this wall in honor of each victim.
Does it look like a turtle?
Yes. Weiland says he's painted with more than 1 million kids in 50 states and 100 countries. But this one is different.
This one means so much to so many. So I'm gonna do my best to make it the best mural that I've ever painted. I know that they'll never forget this, and I know that I never will either.
Reporting in Parkland, Katrina Bush, 7 News.
It wasn't similar to experiencing what our people have to go through in those detention centers. I'm proud to have done that.
Demonstrators, some with tears in their eyes, stepping out of Broward County Jail Thursday. 17 of them arrested as they protested immigration policies and the separation of families coming to this country.
What I'm advocating is for justice, dignity, and liberation in this country. That's what I'm advocating. That's why we have 17 freedom fighters that put their bodies in their lines, because they know that this is not right. They know that they have to make a choice and be part of the right side of history.
This is what America looks like. This was the group one day earlier, just outside the Immigration and Customs Enforcement building in Miramar. They want the facility closed. They set up on Southwest 145th Avenue, joined arms, and blocked traffic, with cars trying to get around them until police closed the road.
We love you! We see you!
Eventually, police moving in to remove the protesters from the intersection, more than 6 hours after they set up camp. One Trump administration supporter making an appearance to defend the president.
He's already doing the best he can to afford those children to come close to their parents again. A lot of them are not even their parents, a lot of those people. So they're trying to make sure that they don't fall into the wrong hands.
It was the same hot topic bringing these protesters together in Palm Beach County Wednesday. One man arrested as about 100 rally attendees held a candlelight vigil on Flagler Drive, then marched to Mar-a-Lago. Signs held high with the group calling for elected officials to be held accountable for separating families, attacking the rule of law, and putting donors ahead of voters.
We need everyone out here to show the president that he can't just walk all over us and he can't make a mockery of our democracy anymore.
The death toll rising Friday morning after Missouri dive teams picked up where they left off with a search of Table Rock Lake in Branson. It's where a duck boat packed with tourists capsized in high winds, killing multiple passengers.
I was in the showboat and I didn't see them fall over, but we all knew.
Trent Bear was on a nearby boat looking on as the winds picked up and the water got rough. He says he saw several people in the water.
An African-American lady, actually came from under the boat. We started pulling her up and I was yelling for people to get CPR. A gentleman, I believe he was an EMT, started CPR.
Clips from one of the duck boat company's promos showing the boat on land and on water. A stark contrast to cell phone video showing just how rough the water was before the boat capsized Thursday evening. Witnesses watching as it struggled to stay afloat with 31 people on board. The Stone County Sheriff saying several people from the nearby showboat Branson Belle jumped in to help, calling their efforts outstanding.
It's been a long night and been a very trying night, and please keep all of our families involved and all of our first responder personnel in your thoughts and prayers.
Investigators blame stormy weather for the accident. The National Weather Service says wind speeds were topping 60 miles an hour when the boat capsized. A severe thunderstorm warning was issued for the Branson area around 6:30 p.m. local time. The boat capsized about 30 minutes later. The Ride the Ducks parent company, Ripley Entertainment, said other boats that were on the lake at the same time were able to safely return to the dock.
People are supposed to be able to go out for an outing and have a good time, and and it should never end this way. So there's not much more you can say.
One of the dead has been identified, Bob Williams, the boat's driver.
Said NTSB will be here shortly, the Coast Guard, the Highway Patrol. I mean, this is a huge joint investigation between all of us. We're just working together this time to try to figure out exactly what did happen.
President Trump tweeting his condolences Friday morning, calling it such a tragedy, such a great loss. And now investigators say the boat did have life jackets, but it's not clear right now if passengers were wearing them. Live in the Satellite Center, Katrina Bush, 7 News.